Hi there, guys. The gameplay trailer for the Shadows of War has just launched, so I am going to give you my thoughts and impressions. I've watched it through once already, so I'm going to watch it through one more time with you guys and give you my thoughts and impressions on it. So, first of all, it looks very pretty. I'm assuming this build they're showing us is on PC, which is probably what I'll get it on since this is what I played the first one on, and I was a big fan of the first one first off, so it's really, really good. I'm glad to see in this part that we see there's multiple regions. The one thing I didn't like about the first one was the fact they only had Mordor and then the sort of farmlandish kind of place in Mordor, I can't remember what it was called. Whereas here you have Osgiliath, I think I saw Cirith Ungol, Mordor. Sorry if I'm saying these names wrong. It's been a long time since I watched Lord of the Rings. So it's good that we've got a good variety, and obviously I'm hoping that each region, when you conquer it and you conquer the certain war chiefs and stuff and build up to the attacking the Overlord, that it's the same amount, like same size maps as Mordor from the original game, and obviously the other land as well. So here we are, the part where we actually attack an Overlord. I like this is what I was hoping for when we first saw the trailer. The fact that you would lead entire armies of. I was hoping you could either choose orcs or humans or a mixture to give you a bit of variety. But it looks like you're just doing orcs and you are using your chieftains and war chiefs and all those kind of guys to bolster your army with some unique powers. As you can see, this big guy here, there's a big battle bruiser that beats down walls. And yeah, this is what I like, to have this massive conflicts that you're building up to. This Dark Stormbringer guy's Necromancer. I mean, as they're saying that in the gameplay, in the narration is saying that these unique characters have histories with you, and they he was once part of your army, now he's gone against you. And normally I would be a bit speculative, because everything you see in this trailer seems very forced, and obviously it's kind of scripted, and it's just to highlight certain areas and unique moments and giving you the really good impression of what the game is going to be when it releases later on this year. And normally, like I said, normally I'd be very skeptical. But since in the original, with the Nemesis system they had there, I was having these unique storylines, like loads of the gamers were, like with these war chiefs that you couldn't defeat, and then you eventually defeated them. It was awesome. And it looks like, because it's now refined, and they've improved it and tweaked it, that you're going to get these epic moments where you have betrayals and just these bad guys that you can't defeat, and you just... Oh, it just brings you to like these moments where you're sorting their base with your best war chiefs, and you know that this time you're going to take them down. I mean, it looks brilliant, like all the orcs burning. Obviously, I'm assuming you could probably stand here for ages, and constant waves of these orcs going to come in and get burnt to a crisp. But, you know, it's going to be cool. I mean, I would love to know if you can customize your orc army. Because like these guys have red accents on their armor, so I was wondering if you could, I'll probably look at the orcs, if you could like make them blue or green, have different accents on their armor, like color wise, or different features, so you know. So in this part, it looks like, I don't know, is it saying he's cursing his sword, like attacking his damage, like, or something like that, or bolstering his stats and crippling yours? Because you can start hearing voices when he does it, so it's quite cool. Or maybe after you kill him, it says the curse lifted, so maybe he planted a curse on you in the first place, and this is how you lift it, by killing him. I mean, obviously he kills him way too easily in this, so obviously it's a bit forced just to get you through the demo quick, but I do hope these moments happen where if you knock him off the thing, you get a cool slow motion like that, and then I just hope that it is like this. Even these like different organic things happening. Oh, this is awesome. Love this part. Just rip the head off. Ooh. I'm looking forward. I just pray this game delivers. Um, I couldn't remember if this was in the game last time. I think it was where you could fire through the air, but I can see how it obviously it is. Hopefully, it is alpha, and this is not what you're just getting, because there's a few bits that look a little bit awkward. Like this bit here looks awkward. It's like teleporting, but otherwise, I'm looking forward to testing out these new moves, these new move sets, and being just part of this carnage. Absolute carnage. You know. And I do hope these maps, I do hope the encounters are varied. Like, as you can see there, they took the gateway and all the orcs are retreating because their commander's been destroyed. I hope that there's like harder battles on ground combat, more stealth orientated, maybe some overlord attacks, which are like small man team or small orc teams, and you do stealth missions to assassinate certain leaders, and you lead a small group of commandos, which would be quite cool. This is what I like. This like saying this, putting spies in the ranks that make it easier. Like hopefully different leveled spies or people in their ranks give you better abilities. Like maybe letting wargs out their cages and caragors out their cages, or like other monsters that we'll see in this gameplay video. Which is really cool, especially this bit here where the guy's actually not dead and he comes to get you. That I can imagine there's going to be bits in this that are organic like that, because I had bits where I'd killed a commander or like severely wounded him and he lost his position and he attacked me, and it was like, I thought you were dead. And here it looks like you're going to have, as the narrator says, the woman says that you're going to have like build relationships with these orcs, and could it be well, not good orcs, they all have their ulterior motives, but it's quite cool the fact that this guy Deadeye helped you out, building these relationships. And maybe if you get a certain relation with or loyalty bonus with certain characters, then you're going to get more chance of these epic encounters happening. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Now, what I like there is the fact that you can change your armor now. I like the fact there's armors in the game, whereas before you could just change your outfit, make yourself look slightly different. But the fact there's armors, I want to collect loot. I want different swords, different weapons. I want loot to collect. See this guy. I hope each and every one of these introductions are unique, and they're not just purely based on their class. Like if a character has axes, he does that all the time. I hope it's different depending on this. See, this bit looks a bit forced, like with the fire drake inside the thing, but it is pretty cool because obviously you lose one of your commanders by him just burning to death, which is quite horrific. And here we go, bringing Caragor in. I do hope this game delivers. It looks really good at the moment. So this is interesting. I always thought this was interesting. So you release the drake from its cage, and then he dominates it. I wonder if you don't dominate it, does it attack your forces or just attacks everybody? Because it would be cool if it either flees or attacks everyone, if you can't have that power of jumping up to it, or if you can somehow dive on it, like jump from a high plane and get on him. It'd be interesting to see actually, if because you've attained all these powers in the first game, if they have it so you start off with those powers and attain new powerful ones, or you're stripped of your powers and you've got to regain them. It'd be interesting to see how they do that. But flying a drake looks so good. I wonder if I'm assuming this animation here will probably be possibly not. it might be the same for these two creature encounters, and every time you do it, your Drake and that dies instantaneously, and it does the same animation, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, it's going to be hard to get all animations for different things. So this is cool. So we've got more options now as you fight to the death, recruit, shame. So I'm assuming even though you can take down the Overlord, if you let this guy go or he escapes, he can prove to be problematic in the future. Maybe coming to finally take over your base, maybe, if they can get enough followers, perhaps. Maybe, obviously, I'm hoping it's not just attacking these fortresses. I hope there is a defensive aspect as well. So coming into the last bit now, where we finally the ultimatum, the ultimate boss fight. I'm hoping that this Overlord, that you fought him early in the game or early in this region, and he killed you, or maybe he killed you, and then he got promoted, and you went after him again to get revenge, and he killed you again, and now he's the Overlord, because that is what's going to build these stories. The animation is fantastic. It's brilliant. He sounds a bit like if he was Arnold Schwarzenegger. This might hurt a little bit. It just looks good. And where it said like it customized interiors of the battle arenas, I hope that's true. I hope it's not just a false thing, like there's a few different variations and that's it, or maybe the color of the decor changes, that kind of thing. I hope it's I keep saying organic, I need to stop saying it, but like, you know, there's more features and special bits that happen depending on who the Overlord is to the battle arena. Maybe, I suppose if it's a Beastmaster, they'll have more like, you know, beasts and shit coming at you, and they might be riding something. I'd be interested to see. It seems like he's got his execution thing full, so he's just everyone he's doing is executions, which is quite cool. I love the executions in this game. That's the thing. It was a very solid game. Like, I almost feel like it wasn't praised enough. Now, this bit, I'm intrigued to see how this is gauged. Whether or not it's randomized or it's somebody you have a certain amount of loyalty with, and if you maybe there's alternatives, like you get betrayed by your ally at this point and they join the battle against you. It's interesting to see how this game's going to play out and these organic stories and how it's going to all come together in the end. I'm really looking forward to it. Overkill. So there we go. First fortress that we've seen taken. And it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how this game pans out. So interesting. I mean, so far from this gameplay, it looks pretty solid. Like they've showed, it's like Talion level 51. So if you start from level 1, you're going to be. This is ages into the game. And it says Terror Fortress, level 70. So it's probably quite far in the game. You maybe it's boosted a little bit. I don't know how true this will be to when you're playing it if you get to level 50 at the stage. At the moment, if it is like that, and that's how it is if you normally play through it, then surely there's going to be a lot of content here to play through in order to get to that level, maybe side quests and that kind of thing. But I'm hoping that there's more side quests and fun things to do. Maybe you can ally yourselves with humans and do other things. Who knows? I'll be interested to see. And hopefully we'll get more gameplay in the future. I have to say, guys, I'm looking forward to it. I've already said this like 3 or 4 times, but I am. Screw it. May even pre-order it. Let's not go that far. It'll probably broken at launch on PC, who knows. But I'm just hoping that it lives up to the expectations. It is dynamic. I hope it is what they promise. And it doesn't fall flat on its face, because the first game was so good. So they can't possibly screw it up. They can only make it better. So it must be good. Anyway, guys, we'll see what happens later on. I'll leave it there. Looking forward to this game. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'm looking forward to when this game releases later this year, and we'll see how good it really is.
For the Bright Lord.